I think there might be an egg somewhere. I've been looking for it. But I turned the volume off on my phone. Oh shit, there it is. How dare you, egg. Get back here, get back here. There you are. What are you doing? Who sent you? Who sent this egg? I demand to speak with the owner of this egg. Go away. Thank you. Anyway, hi. I'm on an abstract background, and I look like this. Hmm. It looks pretty, um, interesting, I guess. Look at all of these lines. And I am floating. It's like I'm on a string. Look at me. Woo! Woo! Isn't that cool? I bet it is cool. Wonder if I can change the background real quick to something different. I wonder what... I have too many images just saved to places. Hmm. Still looking. Here's a cool one. Yeah. Quink puppet arc. I wonder. Perhaps. God, I need to move down. There we are. That's better. So, hello everyone. Is me, your friend Quink. Yeah. I updated or upgraded my vtuber setup a bit. It's potentially an upgrade. It could be a little bit of a downgrade. So I'm now using 3 separate programs to control my avatar. And a couple of them let me have some finer control. Like, you see my eyes? Do you see how they blink? They actually blink with my eyes now instead of just at random. But that also means I can, like, half close my eyes as well, like this. Wait, do it again, do it again. Okay, I think I need to change the sensitivity of it, but you get the point. And I also have yet another program that lets me have some finer control over my limbs. So for example, I can do something like this. Woo. That's my leg. Do you see this? It's cool. It's not perfect, um, but at least I have a little bit of extra control over stuff like that. Um, I also get some animations, like for example, or I can make animations as well for it. Like I made this one so I can wave to people. Hi. Yeah. Hello. And also, if I want to sit down, I can. I am sitting on nothing. And even with this nothing, I can also wave to people. Hello. Oh my goodness gracious, says Rezdinger. That is very epic of you to say. I is cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stand back up now. I may not have arms, but at least I can have some extra control over my shoulders, I guess. Look at this. I can put them up like this. Wait, that's not the right one. Shit. There we go. Yeah. I can also put them like backwards and forwards. And I can be normal as well. And I can sit the F down. But again, it's not perfect. If I click one of these poses and then select an animation, it undoes this pose. So if I wanna wave to everyone like this, I have to stand up while doing it. Sometimes I don't want to stand up while waving. Sometimes I want to sit down while waving. I can. What if I want to sit down and say hello to someone? I only have one option for that, and that's this. Listen, when you don't have arms, you have to make do with what you do have. And that is my situation. I can control it finally like this, like woo woo was this, but it gets a bit cursed if I do like anything more than moving it around like a little bit. And this is a problem. So, three separate programs are now coming together to make this thing you are seeing in front of you now. But I could still change the avatar as well. Hang on. Yeah. No, I am the fucks. Yeah. And I can face this way as well. Because look over here. What's over here? I don't see anything. But you are here. And you are cool. You who are watching this stream, you're cool. Don't let anyone else tell you different. Your high five. Oh, sorry, it's gonna be a high 3. Still. So, did I have stuff I wanted to talk about? Maybe. Did I plan things out, like, intensely? No. Can I ad-lib until the stream ends? Yeah, I probably can. So I think I will do this now. What was I last Googling? That's the name of the game. Wait, where's... What? Un momento. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was apparently looking at egg... Here, let me... turn and face this way a little bit. So as you can see, I was looking at egg... And egg is what you call a round. So, if we scroll down, we can see this picture. This is 2 eggs. One of these eggs is probably Egbert. I choose to believe that one of these eggs is Egbert, and the other one is Egbert's twin brother, Egbert Jr. What you may be asking, why is he called Egbert Jr. if he's his twin? And the answer to that question is shut up. Shut up. Shush. Cease asking questions at once. Here, this is me pointing at you. Cease asking questions. Okay, back to this. I still have this freaking tab open. God, I need to change that to something different, don't I? To give me something else to talk about besides Sanskrit. What was I thinking about today? Was I thinking about anything today? Probably. Can I remember what I was thinking about? Not off the top of my head. I would have to go on my phone and look at what I was last looking at. So I think that's what I am going to do. Give me one moment. Because I'm on my PC, not my phone. Hang on. The song Warsaw by David Bowie. I'm looking at my Wikipedia article history, by the way. The city of Tahlequah, Oklahoma, which is the capital of the Cherokee Nation. Bell Peppers. Music for Films by Brian Eno. Macrame. Curious George. Walter White. Ed Sullivan. Kawaii Oo. Ukulele. Watchmen. Trent Reznor. Die Stem van Zuid-Afrika. Taishanese. 50 pence. So, yeah, I do too many things. Just a bit ago, though, apparently I was looking at the article for Proto-Germanic. You know what? Sure. Let's talk about Proto-Germanic. It's cool, and it is the language that is the ancestor of the speech that I am speaking now, which you also will probably be speaking if you wish to understand my language. Skip past all of this. There's a really early Germanic inscription that I learned about. Where is it? There it is. The Negau helmet. It was written in this isn't the runic alphabet. It's the Etruscan alphabet. And there's different interpretations of what it says. But this person says it's Harikasti Teva Ip. Which may mean Harigast the priest, from Dewa's god. Harikasti is definitely a Germanic name, but is this whole thing in a Germanic language is the question. And many people say that it is. Because if this is accurately written, then Harikasti Teva might be the earliest known written attestation of Grimm's Law, which is a sound shift that happened between Proto-Indo-European and Proto-Germanic. So Proto-Indo-European D became Proto-Germanic D, etc. I don't know all about it, but like, here it is. This is the diagram of what Grimm's Law and Werner's Law as well. So B-D-G became B-D-G, B-D-G became B-D-K, and B-D-K became F-Th-H. So isn't that interesting? Why is the same image on this article 2 times? It's literally... Why is it on there twice? That doesn't make any sense to me. What is the Meldorf fibula? Is this, apparently. Germanic spring case type fibula found in Meldorf, Schleswig-Holstein in 1979. The inscription found on the fibula's foot and carried out in the tremolo or assay puncture technique remains the subject of lively debate. Blah 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 blah. It apparently says Hiwi. Is it from left to right or right? Okay, left to right. Well, isn't that interesting? We learned something. You learned something from a fox with no arms. Yay! Actually, I have an animation for that. Let's debut the yay animation. Yay. It's also just a shrug, so if I wanted to shrug, I could just go like, Ooh, there's a rhythm in this music now. Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's interesting as well. I learned just today that, prior to a few years ago, the oldest known runic inscription that we knew of was a comb that said the word Harya. And that's in Proto-Norse. Which is, it's effectively just the northern dialect of Proto-Germanic, but it became Old Norse, which became all the Nordic languages like Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic, Danish. Where is it? The Vimosa inscription, I think is what it's called. Vimosa inscriptions. There it is. This is a comb. It says Harya in the runes. I think Harya is just a personal name. I wonder where it comes from. Circa 160 AD. But here's the thing. A runestone was discovered a few years ago in an archaeological site in Hole in Norway. And now the Hole inscription is considered to be the oldest. What, is it Hole runestone? There it is. The Hole runestone is now considered to be the oldest datable runestone. Here's a picture of it. It is old. It was discovered between 2021 and 2023 and was made between 50 BC and 275 CE. If it was, like, at the earliest estimation, that would still make it like 100 years older than that Vimosa comb. And, what does it say? It says Idiberug, which might be a female name, and also Futh, which are the first 3 letters of the runic alphabet. Futh. Here. And then there's this inscription, which they had to piece together from many rocks. And it apparently says Ek swulu fahido runo, which means I, Gulu, or Squulu, wrote this runic inscription. That's a common thread in runestones. Especially earlier ones, you would just find runestones that would say, "This is my name and I carved these runes." So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I only learned that today. Okay, Einang runestone, another ancient runestone from Norway, which has previously been called one of the oldest. But it's from the 4th century. That's too recent. Ek golagastis runo faihido. Yep, there it is again. It just says, I, Godguest, painted this runic inscription. And here it is. You can see it there. Other runestones were like funereal, so like it would say, I raised this stone in memory of this person who died in this place, etc. Hmm. This is a fun rhythm. Yeah, Proto Norse became Old Norse, but in this stage it was effectively just a dialect of Proto Germanic or Common Germanic. At this point in time, it would have been pretty similar to other Germanic dialects, including Gothic, which is an East Germanic language, or was. I talked about this a couple streams ago, but it was old. Or someone said, I was here. Yes, you were. You were here at this stream, and now you have left your mark upon history, much like the ancient Norse people did on giant stones. You did it. Yeah. Yeah, the East Germanic languages, they're all extinct now, but Gothic was by far the best attested, and it it's attested in the fact that they got a whole ass translation of the Bible. Here's the Bible. As you can see, is a book. You could read that book if you wanted to read the book. But why would you want to when the internet exists? You can just get the Cliff Notes. I know how the Bible ends. Do you want to know how the Bible ends? Okay, so it begins with Adam and Eve, and then it ends with Egbert taking over the world because Egbert is the Antichrist. And Egbert takes over the world for 7 years. I plan on buying a book on hieroglyphics someday. I hope you do. And I also hope that you learn they're called hieroglyphs, not hieroglyphics. That is it. We have spelling to sound correspondences. Gothic used to be written in runes. There are like a very, very small number of Gothic runes. There's a whole ass Wikipedia article listing basically all of the Gothic runes that have been found. Like this one, here's a spearhead that has some writing on it. What does it say? Tilarids. Okay. It is identified as East Germanic because of the nominative s in contrast to Proto-Norse z. The t and d are closer to the Latin alphabet than to the classical Elder Futhark. Interesting. Well, there's also the Ring of Pietroasa. This is a drawing of it, because it was apparently... Oh, sorry. The whole thing's on the Wikipedia article. You can read that yourself. But just based on my own memory, I believe the ring was stolen by a thief who, like, clipped it into two pieces to steal it, and then now it's in two pieces. But it says, Gutanioi Hailag. Let's see. The gold ring bears an Elder Futhark inscription of 15 characters, with the 7th probably O having mostly been destroyed when the ring was cut in half by thieves. The damage rune has been the object of some scholarly debate. Blah, blah, blah. Reading was followed by early scholars. Blah, 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 blah. So it says that, and that is cool. And there's this one says Almatki ass. Is that a compliment towards me? Because I feel like turn me around. No, you probably couldn't see it. Never mind. Unknown Norse god evoked in an Icelandic legal oath sworn on a temple ring, mentioned in Landnamabok. I wonder who this is. Maybe the almighty god is Egbert. Egbert is god in Norse culture. Look at him up there. Where is he? Where's Egbert? Egbert, I demand that you remove yourself from my stream. Egbert, get out. No, don't come towards me. No, 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 no. There, I blew Egbert away with my breath. This is what happened. You just didn't see it. Because for some reason, oh god, he's back. Egbert, quit it. Quit it. No, don't. There, I blew you away. Like the big bad fox from that story about the guys, you know. Yeah. That was me stretching. Okay, so the Goths got Christianized, and then they started writing using an alphabet which was based off the Greek alphabet. Here it is. Where is it? Here it is. This is it. You can see it. What is alcuinic? Is one of these the Egbert rune? I hope that there is one so I can punch him in the face. I'm gonna change the avatar real quick. I wonder which one. This one. Don't make me make the oink status joke again. See, if we look here, we can see it is writing. This is unusual, and I don't like it. I want it to go away. Help Gothic Unicode fonts. Oh boy, you can get Noto Sans Gothic. This is so cool. It's goth as fuck. They only wear clothes from Hot Topic. This is what makes them. No, I found apparently a few days ago it was World Goth Day, and I saw a meme that was like it showed a picture of, and it on one side it said Visigoths, and on the other side it said Invisigoths, and they were not there. That was the joke. Is that it sounds like they were invisible? Isn't that epic? Okay, let's do something else. This website says that there may be number stations broadcasting in 24 minutes. So in 24 minutes, I will give into that and see what is going on. The Roo, yeah, except I'm a oink status now. I have achieved oink status. That's the joke. This is the joke. What is a clitic? That sounds like a euphemism. Oh, and here's more. Everyone loves a except if you don't. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? Priya, my beloved, is a cool site because it has these. Ooh, they have the Lord's Prayer in Gothic. See, look at how goth this is. Goth, it's goth as shit. The list of Germanic languages. Also have name of the Goths. The name of the Goths is one of the most discussed topics in Germanic philology. It is first recorded by Greco-Roman writers in the 3rd century AD, although names that are probably related appear earlier. Derived from Proto-Germanic Gutos, Gutanis, it is closely related to and probably means the same as the names of both the Geats of southern Sweden and the Goots of Gotland. The implications of these similarities and the actual meaning of the Gothic name are disputed in scholarship. Okay. Does me being all like black, does that make me goth? Just look at me. Hang on. I'll switch to the sonk. This thing. Does this make me goth? I kind of hope it doesn't. Anyway, not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't identify with it entirely. Oh, you said sure. Okay, then it is true. What a good thing. Yeah, we did it. Okay. Bug. Oh, I guess I was looking at the Rate Your Music page for Instruments Disorder 170 Songs CD, which is a music album. Wait, why haven't I? I'm certain I gave this a rating. Yeah, this is an album and it has so many tracks. Look at all these tracks. I can't say most of these out loud, but you can see there are fun names like Bone in the Leg and Hide the Salami and Spanish Fly and Montezuma's Revenge and Mons Pubis and Little Man in the Boat, Dishonorable Discharge, Pom Pom, Meat Rack, TBTB, and then a bunch of others I probably shouldn't say out loud. What fun it is to listen to this album. It's really loud. It's a really loud album. That's basically the only thing about it, is that it's extremely loud. It's also the highest rated noisecore album on Rate Your Music. I'm not going to the genre page for noisecore though, because there are NSFW album covers in there. I'm not risking demonetization, even though I'm not monetizing in the first place. Anyway, this is me. I know this is also me, but this is also me. I have many selves. Oh, did Merzbow release a new album? Let me get. Yep, AI Slop album cover. Boo, boo! Everyone, boo! AI Slop in the chat. Wow, sure that counts. It's about 18 minutes until these start. I did manage to find, though, web SDRs located in Taiwan, where this particular station, V13, is located, and was able to get pretty good reception from there. Then again, it's the daytime in Taiwan right now, and that is usually bad for shortwave reception. Like, shortwave is better received at nighttime because of reasons. I know it's like I I should know what the reason is, but I can't remember it right now. It's just the signals for some reason travel better at nighttime, and you're better able to receive signals at night. I think because, like, the sun emits radiation and UV light and shit, and that clogs up the atmosphere. So, again, we got time. And to fill that time, I need to do shit. I wonder. What's this? I'm pointing at it with my shoulder. This thing. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I wonder who the guy is. He kind of looks like, "I'll transmit my love to you, baby." That's what happens if you hover over that photo. Is that Marconi, or can I Google Lens this picture, please? Oh, it's the file name is macaroni4life.png. So it's Marconi. At first, I legitimately thought it was like Leon Theremin or something, but it's apparently Marconi. I don't think Leon Theremin even looks like that. Yeah, no, Leon Theremin looks like that. And Marconi looks like Marconi. Marconi looks like a macaroni. I wish I could eat it, macaroni. Macaroni's good. Especially if you combine it with cheese. You can do that. I know, crazy. Anyway. Yeah. This is also me. I have too many selves. And I will never ever be able to just pick one. I am forever changing and forever just being myself. Here, can I... Oh, whoa. I became thin. Oh, but now I am become big. This is... Sure, I'll just be in the middle. There we go. How about that? Yeah. That's me stretching. Whoa. I'm having fun with this program that lets me finally have some control over my limbs. Here, have this. As you can see, I only have 3 toes. Why is this? The answer to this... Oh, you can't even see that. Shit, never mind. I just embarrassed myself. I tried to lift my leg, and I realized too late that my leg is cropped out. So, never mind. Anyway. We're having fun. We have fun here, and always, forever. I wonder when dark mode's gonna kick in on my PC. Probably soon, because the sun often goes down sometime around now. That was my dance. I hope you liked it. Yeah. Laurie Anderson did a Tiny Desk concert? Nice. I didn't know that. I know she did a Tiny Desk home concert a few years ago, but she actually did a Tiny Desk concert. I didn't know about that. That's nice. I'll have to check that out later. I love Laurie Anderson. She's very cool. A good friend of mine once gave me a Warner Brothers promotional cassette copy of this album. Like an internal promo tape that's just a C60 with the album on it. That's pretty cool. I should go to the gas station before it gets dark. But can you get me a delicious soft drink? I am thirsty. Wait, actually, never mind. I have one in front of me. I should drink some now. Yeah. Or I should use the animation. Where's my animation? Yeah. It's subtle, but it adds to the yayness. Yeah. Sophistopop is a genre of music. I haven't listened too deeply to a lot of Sophistopop music. Sometimes it's cool, other times it's like a little too somber for me. I have this Julie Cruz album on my list of albums I need to listen to. I've only heard a few songs from it, and the only reason I have only heard a few songs is because they were all on the Twin Peaks soundtrack, or in episodes of Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is a great show. I still haven't finished watching Twin Peaks: The Return. I need to. But here are some albums I haven't heard yet that I need to listen to. I'm just going to scroll through. See, I haven't heard these albums. And I keep adding shit because I'm bad at listening to stuff. There's a few albums I've added where I need to re-listen because I haven't re-listened in a really long time. And then I have a bunch that I started listening to and then never finished. Yeah. I'll get through all of them one of these days, but unfortunately, one of these days could either mean by the end of the year or never. It depends entirely on, like, if. I like music. Music is my life, and it makes me happy. Let's look at Omniglot for a bit. They have more stuff about languages. Language jizz. That's a joke. Am I funny? I hope I'm funny. You have international auxiliary languages, which are languages that are designed to be universal. And Esperanto is the most famous example. Here we have registrado de CT.u texto.
Tiuj homoj estas denaske liberaj kaj egalaj laŭ dignon kaj rajtoj. ili posedas ration kaj konsciencon kaj devus kondukti unu la alia en spirito de frateco.
Okay. I still need to learn. I want to finish learning Esperanto one of these days. What is Volkssprach? Oh, it's supposed to be like a mesh of all the Germanic languages.
Al menselijke westings are boren vrij ongelijk in waardigheid onreten. They are begifted met verstand ongewit, onschuldig behandelen elken in een geest of brotherhood.
Listen, I know it's like supposed to be like anyone can learn it, but could this guy sound any more like native English speaker? He's not even trying to pronounce it like another Germanic language. Globasa, idiom neutral, Edo, interlingua, lingua franca nova, Loiban, Neo-Latin, Volapük. Where's Interslavic? It isn't there. Interslavic is just kind of like this Volkssprach concept, except it's merging together all of the Slavic languages. If you combined all the Slavic languages, you would have the language. And another thing is, if a related thing, if you put a Serb, a Croat, and a Bosniak in the same room, don't do that. Do not do that. That is a terrible idea. But they'd probably be able to understand each other fine while they were killing each other. Ooh, we got 5 minutes until our station starts. Why don't we open up one of these web SDRs? I need to find one that is good. How about this one? Oh, that's loud. I will lower the volume. What are the frequencies? What is the frequency? Kenneth, what is the frequency? 15388. I'm on there. Quit screaming, Jesus. I need to find my other one. This one's located in Japan, and it might not load. I might have to wait in the queue. Oh, never mind. We'll see which one is able to pick up the station better. And since there's 3 frequencies, we can assign... You have like frequency A and then switch to frequency B. Frequency B is 15890. Let's go there. And then for this one, we'll make frequency B. What's the last one? 18040. Oh, that's loud. Oh, okay. I hope that Egbert gives you something nice. This is the law of Egbert. I think. This transmitter is noisy. Oh, there's like a sound going on over here. Let's go to... See, this frequency A is surrounded by other AM stations, and that's not good. 15890. Let's go there and see if that's any better. This might be better. Okay. We will see. We'll also see whether or not the receiver in Taiwan or the receiver in Japan will pick up the station better. Regardless, I'm probably just gonna, like, once it starts, if it sounds okay, I'll hit record on here. This is the record button, and then I'll put it on mute and then do something else for like 15 minutes. I mean, we'll listen to it for a little, but like, you know. I realize these get boring. And on one hand, I don't want to bore people, but at the same time, this is YouTube, and people have the ability to tune in and tune out. So I guess if you don't want to have to listen to it, you can just come back later, because I'll probably be doing something completely different within 20 minutes. There's our two stations. Here we are. You ever tried eating a beepus? I have. It is a food. You can eat food. Bet you didn't know that. Muting tabs is a great feature to have. Right, there's about 30 seconds before the transmission starts. 15890. I will now hit record on both of these. Oh, I think we've already gotten something on this one. Yep, there it is. That sound of Chinese folk music is what we're looking for. We're not picking it up at all on the Taiwanese receiver. When that noise in the background is the music I had on, which I'll pause. Unfortunately, reception still isn't great. We can hear it. I'll stop and close the Taiwanese SDR so we can focus on the one in Japan. Oh, reception is not great. Reception's better on the B frequency, but the issue is they're not synced. They're not happening at exactly the same time. Oh yeah, the flutes, yeah. I made a transcript of a transmission from this station that happened, that I recorded last year. There's a Wikipedia article for this station that has a transcript for it, Uh, the station it has many names, but the two that it gets called most often are New Star Broadcasting Station and Star Broadcasting Station. Because it could be Xin Xing or Xing Xing, I think. So Xin is new and Xing is star. Those are two different words. But, you know, it's not entirely clear whether or not it's one or the other. But it's run out of Taiwan. The language is Mandarin. And the way it is, it's been running since like the 70s, and the formatting of it is like it's they say they're like telegrams for agents, and they give 4-digit groups, but it's fully just a spy station. I personally don't know what the motive behind the people running the station is, whether it's pro or anti CCP or whatever. It could be Chinese nationalists, could be Taiwanese nationalists, I don't know. But on the other hand, it doesn't really matter. It's just interesting that the station exists in the first place. We have this, and it is a station that's been broadcasting since the 70s. Whoa, there's a thing. Do you see this? Whoa. That's cool. I like it when thingies like that happen, but it's not always great when you're trying to listen to something intensely. Or intently. Whichever word. I'm gonna mute that. Here, have dark bird music. That's what this is. What, don't tell me you've never heard of dark bird music. It's a music that's dark and it has birds. I've seen a bird before. I bet you haven't. Bish. No, I'm kidding. For some reason, like, the first 20-odd minutes of this album are just nature recordings. And it doesn't get to actual music until, like, the 20-minute mark, for the most part. Yes, released the new friggin' single. They need to break up already. I've talked about this before. Blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Evil bird. Indeed, I've seen this evil bird. And he gave me the bird. And I said, hey, that was uncalled for. And he said, fuck you, bish. And then he flew away. That's what the bird did. Can you believe that a bird did that to me? Well, you should, because it happened. This thing's still going. What does it sound like? Reception's not great. Oh yeah, this is, I took the transcription of I made of that one message from this station and put it through Google Translate. It's not exactly accurate, but it's still, like, interesting. So this is what is his. They they have the preamble where they say the program number, and then they announce they have the telegrams for these units, and then they're like, unit number 1234, we have a telegram for you about to begin, please pay attention. And then they read the groups, and then a separator appears every 20 groups if the message exceeds that length.
该台播报第20组电文。
This must be an older recording, because, like, the recent stations, that announcement is way faster.
84820037700337.
If anything, this station basically forced me to brush up a bit on my knowledge of Mandarin. I don't speak Mandarin, but I knew the numbers before, but I had to know them even harder in order to transcribe this station's messages. I have to keep, like, reminding myself, like, the order of the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's 1 to 10 in Mandarin. Hey, there's a very rare null format, which means which means that there is no message. That's what null format means. It could also mean that they do not have genitals. That's a joke. At this time, there are no messages for you. Thank you for listening. Wishing you health and happiness. That's how they close each transmission. Because even look at the Google Translate. This concludes our special broadcast. Thank you for listening. We wish you health and happiness. Goodbye. I bet you didn't realize the Mandarin is a language. Languages, that's like my specialty. I think they call it, it's Guanghua, apparently. I thought it was Putonghua. Okay, standard Mandarin is Putonghua. But Mandarin Chinese is apparently just called Guanghua, which means official speech. Mandarin should be considered a separate language. I mean, all the Chinese languages should be, realistically. We think of Chinese as just one big language, but it's not. It hasn't been for hundreds upon hundreds of years, because the dialect started splitting a long time ago. Mandarin just happens to be the most common, like, standard form of Chinese, and more of a lingua franca. Oh, apparently we have different tones here, like examples of the different tones for the syllable ma. So we have ma is mother, ma is hemp, good to know. Ma is horse, and ma is scold. There's a difference. Did you hear the difference? I hope so, because there's a difference. Then we also have C. That's the comparison syllable for Cantonese here, which is another very common, widely spoken Chinese language. We have C, 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 C. C is assassinate, but C is poem, and C is history, and C is time, C is market, and C is yes. What a cool thing to know. Then we have Middle Chinese here. So we have this used to be, this is the character for 10. In Cantonese, it's sap. In Middle Chinese, it was zip. What cool. We have stone, which was zi in Middle Chinese, but sek in Cantonese. Food was zik in Middle Chinese, but sik in Cantonese. We be yapping. That's what we be doing. Yes, you as well. You are yapping in your head when you listen to my talking. That's what you do when you're processing words. I think that's how it works. I kind of want to fuck around with some of these animations more. Like this. Who? What? That was me stretching. And if I lift myself up a little bit, now you can see my whole body. I made this mistake earlier because I realized I didn't show my entire body. But here, look at this thing. I have 3 toes. You may wonder, where did the others go? And the answer is, none of your business. You don't have to look at it if you don't want to. Okay, I'll quit teasing. Put me back down. Yeah. So, what is Egbert made of? I'm asking everyone, what is Egbert made of? I don't know. I think Egbert might be made of some type of radioactive substance, which is generated whenever you make an egg. When you cook an egg, it creates radioactivity, and for some reason Egbert was able to contain this, and Egbert became Egbert instead of becoming an omelet. That's my new conspiracy theory. I'll call it Egbert Gate. And I'll build this gate and people can come and visit it and look at it and be like, whoa, that's the gate where Egbert Gate happened. Yeah. I'm gonna change my avatar again. Can't decide between Rue and this, so I will be both at the same time. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Do the animation. It's not doing the animation. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Right. Taiwanese Hokkien. Something I learned fairly recently is that Hokkien, which is a Min dialect, Min Chinese did not descend from Middle Chinese. All the other Chinese languages, like Cantonese and Taishanese and Mandarin and Shanghainese, etc., those all descended from Middle Chinese. Min descended separately from Old Chinese, which is even older than Middle Chinese. Because it has apparently it has a lot of features that were lost in other dialects, which descended from Middle Chinese. Okay, Tiang Wok. The Min form preserves the original meaning cooking pot, but in other Chinese varieties, this word, ding, has become specialized to refer to ancient ceremonial tripods. Okay, interesting. We have Zun, rice field. In Min, this form has replaced the common Chinese term tian. Many scholars identify the Min word with Qing, Middle Chinese Xing, raised path between fields. But Norman, who the fuck is Norman, argues that it is cognate with Tsing, Middle Chinese Zong, additional layer or floor, reflecting the terraced fields commonly found in Fujian. So that's interesting, I guess. Written Hokkien. I hate the fact that I almost made a Hokkien Tua joke. I just realized I was still recording this and I should probably stop because the transmission stopped. I'd close this now. When's the next numbers station? 41 minutes. I ain't nobody got time for that. Remember that meme? I do because I'm a fossil. I'm 24 years old and that makes me ancient on the internet apparently. But I'm still young enough to be twink. Yeah. Quink twink. That's what they call me. And there is beeping in the music. Isn't that fun? I'm 25 very soon. Old. You are old. No, I'm kidding. I jest. What is this picture? I think this picture is what happens. Old hag. I should probably save this picture. I think I already have several pictures with this name. Oh, never mind. I'm not waiting 40 minutes for numbers in Mandarin. New Pink Floyd compilations coming out in a couple weeks. I know I'm not that excited about it, but there's one thing that I am excited about, and it's this full version of Pigs on the Wing, which is getting re-released for the very first time. And also Steven Wilson did the editing. He's awesome. He's a cool person. Anyone else remember when Pink Floyd released these compilation EPs onto streaming services that only have tracks from the 3 David Gilmour-led albums and are basically just glorified playlists? They could have just made playlists, but they didn't. Instead, they released them as actual EPs onto streaming services. Why did they do this? They literally could have just made them playlists. What you want, Fuker's remix? What the fuck? I haven't listened to this, and I don't think I will. I like Justice's first album. I haven't heard much else besides the first album. But their first album's really good. Cross, where is it? There it is. See, there it is Cross. This is the name of the album. My favorite Justice song is about Egbert. They do that thing in that song. I've had this specific page open for like 2 weeks. Close. Ooh, let's look at Garkov. Garkov's fun, right? It's Garfield, but Markov chain, so it's random. So we have... That's a pretty funky soup. Oh. Pretty funky soup might be tasty. I've never had one. Okay, let's reload. Let's get one more. Supper time. Do you name a rubber chicken? No. Now I see you hit him again. Just like him to skip out on the outside. It's not picking up the subtleties of my headbanging. Damn it. Maybe it's because my hair's in the way. Yeah, the issue with this new VTuber program is it's not as sensitive to my movements as VC Face usually is. But it lets me have like a greater amount of movement. So that's the trade-off. I can't move as fast, but I can move physically more. Yeah, because look at this. I can turn this way, and I can turn this way. Whoa, what's over here? I wonder. Whoa, that's cool. Etc. And then the other program I have lets me have extra bodily autonomy. Like, whoa. I don't have arms, but I can move my shoulders a bit, like this. Oh, and I can also wave. Hello. Hi. Yay. I think I'm cute. I might be cute. But you know who else is cute? You. Yeah. How long have I been streaming? Hour and a half. Why hasn't my PC gone into dark mode yet? Wouldn't it be crazy if I said that and then it immediately switched to dark mode? That'd be awesome, except it didn't happen. Freaking piece of shit. I would like a drink now. I will eat a drink. I have the ability to bring in props. I could do this for my drink. Here it comes now. It is a delicious beepus. Let's eat the beepus right now. Yeah. Now you may be asking, Quans, you don't have a mouth. How the F did that get into your face? And the answer is, shut up. Okay, go away. There we go. Cool music. That's what this is. There's gotta be other links I have. I have a lot of bookmarks. Some of them I can't talk about and can't go to while I'm streaming. Oh, this one I need to remove from my bookmarks. I'll do that on stream, because fuck DeviantArt. I think I already deleted my account. I think I already deleted my DeviantArt account, but I haven't. I don't update my bookmarks very often, so Yeah, DeviantArt can go fuck themselves. Ever since, I mean, especially ever since they started leaning so hard on AI. Oh, here's Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch. Maybe I should go and stream on Twitch some more. But at the same time, YouTube's fun, because I have an audience on YouTube. And on Twitch, I don't really have an audience. Discord status. We also have Fuckbook. My least favorite social media site that I'm only on begrudgingly. I don't use it, like, ever. Why do I have Yandex Translate here? Go away. Album of the Year. I barely use Album of the Year. Oh, and I have this tool called Crypty, which lets you encode and decode things in different ways. What's a thing that we can convert? Sorry, I had to move the mic. Base 64. What's something we can type in and then it will convert to base 64? Egbert. Okay, in base 64, apparently that is okay. Sure. And then we have this text. We can also do ASCII 85, which has even more characters. Okay, so we have AS5XBATDK. Egbert. But then if we add a space, it changes. Egbert is round. Okay, so now it's as 5x but add 8 Dfor. Yeah. No, where's my little animation? I have to do that. I have to do it manually. Yeah. Yeah. It's subtle, but it adds to the yayness. Yeah. But it can also just be a shrug. So if, you know, I could be like, But I also, I like this wave animation that I added. Hello. Yeah. Because I like saying hello to people. Hello. Egbert is round and also gay. What if I put that in the comment section of this very stream? Wait, no. I'll put this in the description with no explanation. That's what I'll do. I'll put that there at the bottom and then I will hit save. And only the people who made it this far in the stream will know why I put that there. I might wrap up soon, because I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. I have Adobe Audition open, but I don't really think there's much in there that I could... many, like, audio-related stuff that I could go through that wouldn't be, you know, just more boring shit. I have, in the past, I've thought about going through my Apple Music library on stream, but there might be a problem with some album covers, just because, you know, some people make album covers things that perhaps they shouldn't be. Hang on. I've been most of my avatars, but I'll go back to this one. Why are my eyes like that? Jeez. Why my eyes are so low? Actually, why are they like that? /GenQ. How do I fix my eyes? Maybe it's something in this program. Ooh. How does that even work? I am insane, and you can tell because I have weird eyes. That is the meaning of life. My eyes aren't supposed to be like this far down. That's weird. It is odd. Should I be spending this much time right now trying to fix that? Probably not. Fun fact, did you know that Egbert is round and also gay? You can see this if you go in the description and decode the message that I put in there. I once saw a weird guy named Egbert, and Egbert said no. What the? I didn't know I had that toggle. I apparently have a headless toggle, and I had no idea. Jeez. I actually had no idea that I had that. How do I? Yeah. That's my fun face. Oh, well, now I'm thin. Okay, I guess I have to be this in order for the eyes to be fixed. Anyway. I'll wrap up in a little. Suppose I can, you know, I still have a bit of yapping left in me. I'm not completely exhausted yet. And there goes dark mode. What took you so long? It's a nice relief to have dark mode turn on. Because it means that I am no longer being blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, just like that song where he doesn't actually say wrapped up like a douche. Whoa. There is a rhythm. I have to turn blinking off in VC Face because it's VNeon, the program I'm using to actually track, actually captures my blinks, so I can do this blink, 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 blink. Oh, come the F on. There we are. That was me blinking a bunch of times so that you could see how the blinking works. And I can do blinking with two eyes. See? Blink, blunk. Oh, come on. There we go. I can wink. That's what I can do. Blinking with one eye is winking. This is me dancing. Yeah. I love this freaking avatar. I love all of these avatars that I've created. I think they're really fun, and I like showing them to people and having a nice time with them on stream. Yeah. Yeah. What is Guinea-Bissau Creole? Is it based on Portuguese? Jane Q. Okay, yeah. It's based on Portuguese, and it's spoken in Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, and the Gambia. I thought in the Gambia they speak, yeah, it's the official language is English, and then a bunch of secondary national languages like Mandika, Pular, Wolof, Serer, Arabic, Fula, so many. But that's cool. I think that's a cool thing. Oh, and the nature sounds from this album kick back in again. The Gambia's wildlife, like this green monkey, attracts tourists. It doesn't look very green to me, it looks more like yellow. Sure, let's do another Garkov. Garfield, your stomach is. Might we have... Thank you, John. Very cool. We have Tocharian A and Tocharian B. Tocharian is an extinct branch of Indo-European languages. They have been extinct for like 1,000 years. Probably like closer to 1,500. And they were spoken in, I think, mostly what is modern-day Xinjiang, China. Making them the furthest east Indo-European language, you know, before like all the expansions and shit happened. So we have words like sump and shimmy. We have she, we, tre, stwer, pish for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the word for egg? Let's learn the word for egg. It's not there. It's not fucking there. That makes me sad. How do I make sad face? No word for egg. Clink am sad. Oh, that is unnatural. That's also not what I meant to do. Jesus. I'm still figuring shit out. Instead of undoing what I did, I accidentally lifted my my foot. How do I put that down? There we go. But again, you didn't see it because the bottom half's cut off. Was the word for tail. It was baku, apparently. I have one of those. You might be able to see a little bit of it. I'm a kangaroo, so I have a kangaroo tail. If I move myself fully into the view and I turn around, you may see this tail. It's long. And if you really wanted to, you could hop on it and I could give you a ride on places. And also I can stand on it like as if it was a leg attached to my butt, because it is very strong. This is the power of the kangaroo tail. Yeah. Okay, put me back down. Right. Those are words. We have ashte, ek, pilsk, pursk, sru, kau, nask, plus. The word for river was cake. Oh, hey, speaking of cake. Whoa. No, I'm kidding. Unless... How do I get back down? At Quink, stop being horny on main. I thought this said... The word for water was war and the word for river is cake. for a split second, I saw this and I thought it said scary. So the star is scary. Oh, mountain is for sale. And warm is email. I'm kidding. I stretch sometimes. I do this because it helps. Yeah. Oh, it didn't do the animation. Its head. The freaking, like, sounds are too ominous. I'd play some other music, but I don't know what I should play. I think now is where I start wrapping things up. Avatar center. I will reset. There we are. Now I am in the middle. And I'm looking at you. Yay. Yeah, there we go. There's my animation. So yeah, I like for the most part, I'm happy with this new VTuber setup that I have. It is more complicated than my last setup, but you know, the results speak for themselves, I think. I have more maneuverability and more ability to do shit like this. The hell is that thing? What is this thing coming out of my body? I think my arm is trying to escape because I've hidden it within my body and it wants revenge. It is trying to escape. Let's anyway, I can like do this. I think the music just ended. And I can do this. I will sit down and I will look you directly in the eyes and do this. Hi. Yeah. I hope you are doing good. I hope you have had a fun time, because I've had a pretty good time. No, it wasn't as productive as my previous streams, but you know, honestly, I liked having fun with this freaking avatar. If I could, I would be this. I want to live my life as a shapeshifter who can be anything he wants. Because that is cool. And it makes me happy. Yeah. No. Yeah. Fuck, wrong button. I don't know why I keep doing that. Wait, where's do the shrug, damn it. There we go. That was me shrugging. Because I have this ability. I'm looking at the chat and no one has said anything for like 20 minutes. This is me arfing. I can't help it. I think I'm cute. Look at how cute I am. I'm such a friend. Yeah. Mm. Whoa. All right, I think I'm done here. I've done all I need to do, and I've had a fun time doing whatever it is I do. If you enjoyed it, that's great. If you didn't enjoy it, you're probably not watching right now. But regardless, I enjoyed your presence, and I enjoy you existing. And I like being here for you to be your friend who likes to talk about things. And if you want to listen to me, that's cool, and I appreciate you. Okay, tune in next time when I finally get a life. No, I'm kidding. Join me next time when I literally just do exactly the same thing I did here, but again, and perhaps in a slightly different way. I hope you have a good night. Yeah. Do it again. Do it on cue this time. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Almost. Not quite. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Look at Eggs. He's doing a fun dance. I would join him, but I'd rather just let him have his own fun. Alright, I'm actually gonna go now.